Well, it was kind of good that we had to play against a 2-3 zone because we struggled against it in Indianapolis, and I thought we were better. We addressed it a little bit and moved some guys around to different spots. I love how we shared the ball and did some good things. We still have to improve defensively, but the great thing about when we come back on the night of the 26th is you can get into a bit of a training camp atmosphere and work on some things. But God, I love our group, man. I love our group. They love each other. They got each other's back. I'm excited about going through this ACC regular season with them. It's going to be really, really hard, but I just think they get it and can hang together as we end up starting that thing January 2nd.
Mike, how important was it to get Demetrius and Zach going again? They both
Yeah.
Saturday.
Yeah, that was a key. I'm really proud of Zach from the foul line. I mean, what great progress for him tonight. I actually ran an out of bounds, full court out of bounds to get him the ball to get fouled because I felt so good about how he was making free throws. But also with Demetrius, he moved around to different spots in the zone, and we've got to remember, and you know what? I didn't do as good a job Saturday helping him with that. And so I've got to be better getting him to spots that can help us. But those two guys, it was good to see them play well. We got a lot of guys in the game playing some different guys. I like what Rex gave us. Rex is an energy guy. He gives us some bounce. He can defend. He's been an intriguing one in practice, and so it was good to look at him with the key guys.
Mike, do you have to say anything to Demetrius after Saturday, or does he just take care of it?
Sat with him on the bus for about 15 minutes and said, let's get back to work, man, on to the next one. He wanted it so bad down there. He wanted it so bad for his team. But, no, we weren't, we looked at things we need to do better on Sunday. We didn't do anything physically, but we practiced this afternoon. I liked the game day. We did that at Illinois, where we went live today because our energy level was down. Guys were a little tired. We had a couple guys nicked up, nothing major. So we covered some things today. So, yeah, good to see him back in a rhythm.
What happened with that finish there late today? Kind of
Yeah, I feel for the guys I had in the game. They play a lot together in practice, but, they couldn't hold on. I thought they took a couple bad shots and maybe weren't defending real well. So I kind of feel for them a little bit. And so the other guys had to come back in and bring the ball up against pressure.
You a little surprised at Youngstown's pressing with their starters at the end of the game today?
No, not really, because they were within a shot. I think you got to keep playing and competing, and you're trying to build something. So they're coming after them. I was intrigued to see what our blue team would do against that, and our blue team had game pressure on them, and they play every day in practice together. And as you've heard me say, sometimes they put it on the white shirts, but they were struggling tonight, and so it was interesting to see that.
Law of averages catch up with you guys from three, other than VJ. They just didn't seem like they were going to fall for you.
Yeah, I know. We really not. What were we, 6 for 24? That's 2 games in a row. I think we're going to shoot it pretty well there over time. If they want to save it up for Charlottesville, that'd be great. But they're good looks. We're getting great looks with it. But we got good stuff around the basket against the zone because we pass so well. And I thought Zach did a great job playing up high against the zone. We'd not done that before. We were looking at some different things. I thought he made some great passes to people. He can throw over the top of stuff.
How'd you feel about Austin Torres tonight?
Great energy. He's that energy guy again. He came in, flew around, blocked the shot. He's all over the darn place. His role is his role. He knows it. He keeps it simple. We're going to need it. I don't know how many minutes it was tonight. 12 minutes tonight. You never know. It could be 17. It could be 5. He's just got to be ready.
It's been a tough game and a half shooting for Steve, but he was able to contribute in a
Yeah.
way. Is that?
Yeah, Steve's had two games but he's guarding, 8 assists. He always finds a way to get involved. And I think with guys, and again, I've had a lot of shooters in my program. You ride it out with them. You ride it out with them. You don't. Shooters kind of figure it out on their own. They'll go to the gym on their own. I would never, say to, tell one of my assistants, get best story in the gym tomorrow and get shots up. Are you kidding me? Just mess with his head more. Just, you know, he'll find it. Now, if he comes and says he wants to get shots up, Inglesby, go out there with him. But don't hunt him down. Just it'll work itself out. Those guys, you know, have great strokes and they figure it out. But Steve, you can always count on to do the other things.
You used 9 lineups in the first half. Was getting a look at a bunch of different guys.
Yeah, you know, I wanted to see some guys play, and you know, I wanted to get DeFluger and Torres along with the usual Matt and Matt substitution, and just kind of watch that and see that, and because I think we're gonna need Pfluger, and he's been right there on the edge of the rotation, and he gives us good energy, defensive energy, flies around. So, a lot to digest over the next couple days. We need a little bit of a rest and a little bit of a break, and then, then we come back on the 26th and we're into it.
You said in Pittsburgh that night your mom would have wanted you there. Would your dad have wanted you here tonight?
Oh, absolutely. Oh, yeah. There was never, and you and I talked. There was never ever somebody asked me if I was going to coach the game, and yeah, absolutely. No, they're would want them there, and I can't thank. Many of you reached out, and I really appreciate your comments and support, and I really appreciate our fan base. Notre Dame Nation was great, reaching out and all that support. But as many of you know, my dad was in bad shape, and it's really a blessing. And I'm kind of excited. In my mind, I picture him and Mom at Christmas together, and I'm going to spend some good time with my brother and sister on Christmas evening, and we'll tell some really great stories. Yeah, the other thing, I'm like a proud parent. I'm like popping at the vest right here about how we did academically. Can I express myself? Can I get this off my chest? I'm really fired up. We're going to go over a 3.0 team GPA. We've had 8 guys hit a mark they've never hit before. I just couldn't be prouder of our group. Their habits have been so consistent all semester. They finished with great habits, and I'm really proud of that. And what I told them in the locker room was, there is no question that how we're able to focus and how we did it academically is going to help us become the team we need to be in March, because you have those habits and that concentration. So it was really neat to do that. We probably should have carried Pat Holmes out on our shoulders now that I think of it, but I'm really proud of him. And we always talk about the semester and is everybody okay? Everybody's better than okay. Let me put it that way. Everybody's better than okay. Thanks for letting me share that with you, and Merry Christmas.